So I had this dream last night, well, this morning. Somehow I had won a contest to go on a cross-country journey, to travel cross-country with Dolly Parton in a Winnebago, in an RV. Me and Dolly Parton and some other woman. I don't know who the other person was, like her assistant. We drove all the way across country in this Winnebago, and I was driving. So when we get close to our destination, I think it was Nashville. It might have been Dollywood. Dolly Parton says, "Let me drive." So she was driving, and the people at the gate didn't believe it was her. They wasn't going to let us in. And they didn't believe it was Dolly. And she just drove on in there. And everybody was mad at us. Anyhow, we got in there, and then they had a big press conference and everything. And at this press conference, Glenn Campbell was there. And Glenn Campbell was being mean to Dolly. Was kind of talking down to her. And so I called Glenn Campbell off to the side. I said, "Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?" I told him, I said, "Man, I don't know if you realize you're doing it or not, but you're kind of being mean to her. You know, you're kind of talking bad to her, you know." And he said, "Well, you know, I didn't," he said, "I didn't mean to. I didn't, you know, I didn't realize I was doing that." He said, "My manager, so-and-so, he used to take care of all that stuff for me. And he ain't around no more." And he said, "Do you want the job?" And I said, "Well, hell yeah." "I'm fixing to go on world tour." He said, "You want the job?" I'm like, "Yeah, hell yeah." And that's about all I remember. I woke up from that. So I woke up and went to the bathroom. A little while later, I went back to bed, and I went back into the same dream almost. And we was all sitting around. There was about 20 people sitting around in like a shelter house or something, you know, like a gathering place. And I'm sitting next to Dolly Parton, and I start telling this story. I had this dream, and got on to Glenn Campbell because he was talking bad to Dolly Parton. Well, of course, Glenn Campbell's dead. I'm not sure if Dolly Parton's still alive or not, but anyhow, laying on the floor next to me was somebody. It was a relative of Glenn Campbell's. Looked just like Glenn Campbell, but it was a girl. And there was a dog behind that girl, and it was growling at her. It kept acting like it was going to attack her or something. This little dog. But they all laughed. They thought it was hilarious. And the funniest part about it was, how could I be having this conversation with Glenn Campbell when he's dead?
Yeah.
It was funny.